So there it was mid-afternoon. I was having a hankering for some split pea and ham soup. And I said, I don't think this is what I want. But I could get this in an instant, couldn't I? And then I thought, instant. Today we're going to make split pea and ham soup in an Instant Pot. Like a bastard. You know the thing about split pea soup is that it takes a while to make. This doesn't, but the microwave's done like 30 seconds. And the nice thing about that is you already get 34% of your sodium per serving. Yeah, you do the math. Anyhow, I wanted to make some better split pea ham and ham soup, but looking at the clock, I was kind of running out of time. But when you think you're out of time, think about the Instant Pot, because the Instant Pot is going to allow you to make things quicker for you and better, because it'll be more thoroughly cooked and all the flavors are going to be melded together in a beautiful concoction. So for our split pea and ham soup today, this is a ham shank, and you could have a ham hock, a ham bone if you have some left over. This is, make sure it's smoked. This is about 2 pounds. It's probably a little more than you need, but I think it's what we're going to use. We've got carrots, celery, onions, salt, pepper, cayenne, smoked paprika. We have our peas. We've got 3 tablespoons of butter, and we have 4 cups of stock and 1 cup of water. Anyhow, when we put this together, and when we start doing this, we're going to take out our Instant Pot right here, and we are going to turn it to saute. And while you're letting the Instant Pot heat up a little bit on saute, you can finish cutting up your vegetables. We're going to dice our carrots, dice our celery, and just kind of dice our onion. So once your Instant Pot gets hot, ready to saute, you can see it says hot right here. That must mean it's hot enough. We're going to put our butter in and melt that. Then start adding our vegetables. Start with sauteing our onions here. Celery. Carrots. So you're going to let this saute for about 5 minutes while these things are softening. You know what? I think it's missing just a little something. When in doubt, always throw in a bay leaf or 2 and try not to eat it. Here, and cook like a bastard. So after this gets going for a couple minutes, you're going to put in some extra seasoning. I have about 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, maybe a teaspoon of ground pepper. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of cayenne. And then about 2 teaspoons of salt. Maybe not quite that much. About a teaspoon and plus. Oh man, this is smelling really good. Again, we try, we don't get smell-o-vision going, but if we did, whoa, the smell-o-vision ratings would be high. After everything's mixed together and it is smelling darn good here, you add your peas. This is 1 pound of dried split peas. And then let's make them not so dry. We add our chicken stock here. This is 4 cups of chicken stock plus 1 cup of water. And then the big honker himself, the ham shank right here. This smells good. It's so nicely smoked by a local butcher in town. Again, you can use just ham. If you had coarse ham, you could put in there. If you had a bone from a boneless ham, it wouldn't be boneless if it was the ham, but once you took it out, it would no longer have a bone, and you know how it works. Or you could use ham hocks or a turkey leg, people say, if you don't want to use pork in it. So I'm going to put this in here now. And mix it up a little bit. So after you get this mixed up, we put the lid on. Now remember, the first step putting the lid in is knowing that this is the back. Put it on. Listen to the sound. That was a good sound. We're going to cook it on high pressure, so we're pressure cooking. And then we are going to cook it for 20 minutes. And so what it does now, that you remember, that it's not going to start cooking until it builds up enough pressure. And then it's going to cook for 20 minutes. Then we're going to do a natural release for 10 to 15 minutes. Here on Cook Like a Bastard. After a 15-minute natural release, we are then going to flip it to go for a quick release. And once that is done, we open it up and we're going to take the bone out. That's smelling good. Doggy. Just like Old Faithful. Here, Cook Like a Bastard National Park. So after the button drops like that, we get to open it. And there she be. Whoa, did that ham shank get cooked well? So I'm going to take the ham shank out. Over here, and then I'm going to try to get some pieces of ham that aren't fat on here and put it right back into the soup. So what the ham shank gets you over, say, a ham hock is there's a lot more meat available. You have to pay a little bit more for it. I think it's worth it. It's a split pea and ham. I recommend serving with a hearty rye bread, and your lunch or dinner is going to warm you up or be that great little summer escape for you. Now comes the best part, actually getting to taste it. First thing you feel is a little bit of the heat from the cayenne. Now there's only a teaspoon of that. And then the smokiness coming from the paprika and the flavor coming from the ham and the peas all melded together, the onions and the carrots. This is a fantastic, fantastic soup. We don't make a lot of soups here at Cook Like a Bastard, but when we do, we make good ones. Here on Cook Like a Bastard.
If you'd like to make your own batch of Instant Pot split pea soup with ham, here's the list of ingredients you'll need. 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 onion, 2 ribs of celery, 2 carrots, 1 ham shank, 1 pound dry split peas, 4 cups of chicken stock, 1 cup of water, 2 bay leaves, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne, salt and pepper to taste, and chopped parsley for garnish.
Look like a bastard today.